Okay, today we're going to talk about lines of best fit. So yesterday we estimated lines of good fit, but today we're going to use a graphing calculator and it will find for us the very best line that would fit our data. So what I need you to do is to start by gluing in your table into your spiral, and then I'm going to show you how to use your graphing calculator. So the first thing you want to do, and if you need to pause, rewind, rewatch, there are a lot of buttons to push. So do whatever you need to do, but you do need to know how to enter this kind of stuff on your own. If you click Stat, Stat is for statistics, then we want to edit a table. So you're going to just go ahead and click Enter right afterwards. And then here for L1, we're going to type in all of our X values. L2, we're going to type in all our Y values. So I'm just going to go ahead and go straight down my table and type in the numbers that are on our table today. Okay, then I'm going to arrow over and type in all my Y values. Okay, then to get out of this, we need to quit. Since it's blue, I have to hit second and then that button to get out. Then I'm going to go back to statistics, back to stat, and then I need to get over to calc. So I'm going to right arrow over. And then I want the fourth one, linear regression. So click 4 from here. On this screen, we don't need to change anything. We just want to go down to calculate and hit enter. And this is going to show us the equation of our line. So we know that, let's go ahead and write this down. We have y equals a. Here, let's just write down what's on our screen. So we have a equals, let's round to the nearest hundredth, so 0.28. B is negative 22.88 if we round. And then R is the last thing we want to talk about, is 0.98. Okay, so this equation, it says y equals ax plus b would be y equals 0.28x minus 22.88. And then this R tells us that we have a strong positive relationship. Because, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here. Go ahead and write this sentence down. The closer the correlation coefficient, which is R, is to 1 or negative 1, the stronger the relationship. So if we make a number line here even, this is no relationship. And then the closer it is to 1, the stronger it is. So let's just say strong positive. And then this would be strong negative. So that's what the R tells us. All right, so go ahead and pause and write this sentence down, and then we'll go back to our example. So back here, that's how I know this is a strong positive relationship. It is very close to positive 1. And then this is my equation. Now it asks us to predict the number of games won if there were 300 goals scored. So 300 is x. So what I'm going to do is plug in 300 for x in my equation. So I'm going to have 0.28 times 300 minus 22.88. And I'm just going to type that into my calculator here. Oh, I typed 30 and not 300 on accident. Okay, so 61. So a game really only makes sense as a whole number, so let's just round to a whole number. 61 games. All right, let's try another one. So we're going to do this the exact same way. So I'm going to start by getting out of this screen. I'm just going to clear. I'm going to go back to Stat and Edit. That's how we get to our table. To get rid of what's already in here, you just go up and then hit Clear, Enter, up, Clear, Enter. So then, again, I'm just going to put in my table that you're gluing into your notes. You want to be careful on this part because if you type it in wrong, then your line is going to be calculated wrong. Okay, then I have to get out of this window, so I'm going to hit Second, Quit. I'm going to go back to my Statistics button. I'm going to arrow over to Calculations and click 4 for Linear Regression. Then I'm just going to go down and push Calculate. So then it says that our A is negative 23 hundredths, B is 25.57, and R is negative 99. So that's a very strong negative relationship. Which means that the amount of time you train and your race time are very related. The more you train, the lower your race time. And then my equation would be y equals negative 23 hundredths x plus 25.57. Predict the race time if you train for 10 days. So again, 10 days is x. So I'm going to replace that with 10. So we'd have y equals negative 23 hundredths times 10 plus 25.57. So I'm going to type that into my calculator. And we get 23.27. So this means I've rounded, because I have rounded in here, 23.27 minutes. Okay, you want to label if you can. Okay, we're going to do one more. So again, I'm just going to clear. To fill in my table, I'm going to click my Stat button and then Edit. So I'm going to clear these out. And then I can type in everything from my table. And then I have to hit Second, Quit. Then I'm going to click my Stat button again and go over to Calculations and press 4 for Linear Regression. And then I'm just going to click Calculate. So then I have A equals negative 18.83. B is 328.42. And R is negative 0.9. Or really that rounds up to a perfect 1. So strong negative relationship. And then my equation would be negative 18.83 x plus 328.42. And then it says predict the number of bats on the 10th year. So that's going to go in for x. So we have y equals negative 18.83 times 10 plus 328.42. And I'm going to type that back into my calculator. And again, bats can't really have a decimal, so we are just going to round to 140,000, because it says in thousands, bats. All right. So just one more time, I want to make sure you have this in your notes somewhere as well. Okay, and then at this point, you can raise your hand for your homework.